Today we're trick-or-treating, so stick around. Hello colorists, welcome to PencilStash, a weekly show all about coloring. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to get all the new content, and be sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying my videos. This is another video in our October series of Halloween or spooky-inspired coloring pages. Today we're going to be doing part 1 of this trick-or-treat page from the coloring book Romantic Country's Second Tale by Erie. And this is one of 3. And I had previously written off this page because it had some bleed through from the adjacent page's colored pencils. Does this ever happen to you guys? After I noticed it, I started putting blank paper kind of in between the pages of my finished ones, so that seems to help, but I never thought I'd be able to color this one, which is a shame because it's really, really cute. And so let's just try it. We haven't really got anything to lose, so let's just kind of give it a go and hope it works out. I'm also going to be putting a blank page over the completed page next to this one so that I don't get any color bleed on the side of my hand while I'm working, so just in case. Starting with the insides of our pumpkins, I want to give the illusion that they're glowing from the inside. So we'll start filling in the faces and the cutouts with canary yellow. Now, you know how thick that wall of a pumpkin is? Well, unless you're maybe looking straight on at it, you'd see that wall. So we're going to be using this cadmium orange to kind of pencil that wall in. Not all the way around, only kind of where you'd see it. So pick an angle and only draw it on those 2 planes, either the top or the bottom, and then either the left or the right. And on this page, you'll see that I've chosen the bottom edge and the left edge. And I'm going to be kind of doing that consistently across all of my pumpkins. Oh, and I had a contest in my Facebook group where folks put up their Halloween or fall-inspired pages, so I'll be announcing one of the 3 winners at the end of the video, so stick around until the end. Just a little brushing of goldenrod to kind of soften the transition between these colors, and I'm repeating all of these steps on all of my pumpkins here. And I'm trying to get better and more aware of the light sources on my page, especially in the romantic country books where there's a lot of lanterns, lots of candles, and sometimes I don't notice them until I've already started coloring. So kind of taking this step and kind of doing your light sources right off the bat, taking those into account, will kind of help you in highlighting the other areas of your page that that light might be falling onto. And I like DECO yellow for this as it's a nice kind of bright yellow, but it still reads pale on the page at the same time. So real quick, I'm just going to color in the lantern space as well as the area around it. And you can make the area that gets that glow as large or as small as you'd like. Also, putting some glow on the window frame here at the corner. Just going around the inside edge of the lantern with my canary yellow now, just to give it a little bit of dimension and variation of color. Now back to our pumpkins, I'm going back in with DECO yellow, and I'm using this to put some glow highlights on some other areas of our pumpkins where the light from above, or maybe this window in our doorway, will be casting some light on these pumpkins. Next in with Goldenrod to start building our layers of colors. Goldenrod is a great transition color between our Deco Yellow highlight and the oranges that we'll be using later. So I'm going to go in, primarily put this around our Deco Yellow areas, and remember to overlap just a little bit. Make sure that you're not totally covering up that Deco Yellow area, but definitely kind of bring it up into that area just to soften that transition. Now I'd like these pumpkins to read as dark and kind of in shadow, so our glow stands out even more. And so we'll be jumping to the opposite side of the color wheel now and doing a layer underneath of slate gray, which has a very blue hue to it. And using a color opposite on the color wheel is a great way to shade without always relying on your browns and your blacks and your grays. Using very light pressure with this color so that we can layer over top of it. Mineral orange now, and we're just filling in some white spaces as well as layering a bit over top of our slate blue. Also keep the direction of your strokes in mind here. I'm using very curved vertical strokes to mirror the shape of my pumpkins. In the end, it'll add some great textures so that our pumpkins don't read so flat. Now, I can't color pumpkins without using a little bit of pumpkin orange, right? This is a great deep brownish orange, and we'll be keeping this color in mind for use in the rest of our page, since it really fits in with our fall kind of harvest themed color palette. Oh, and I'm going to be using a very fall or kind of harvest inspired color palette on this page, so that's where we'll be pulling all of our colors from. And again, this is part 1 of this page, as I'll be breaking it up into 3 videos, one today, one tomorrow, and then one on Halloween. And this one will actually allow me to focus on keeping everything in real time for you guys. Now to finish these off, I'm going to grab both my sepia, which is a nice dark brown, and my black to add in some true shadows and just to kind of dirty up these pumpkins a little bit. Now in with our blender to push all of these colors together. All right, we are done for today, you guys. Go give your hands a well-deserved break. Overall, just these pumpkins took me about 45 minutes, and it may seem like a ridiculously long time to spend on just one element of a page, but taking your time to layer all the colors and add in some details here, it all pays off in the end. Join me tomorrow for video part 2. And as promised, here is one of the 3 winners that I've chosen from our PencilStash Facebook coloring group. It is from my own wonderful moderator, Donna Flutie. It is from a book called Creative Haven's Country Scenes, and she used Prismacolor pencils and a white gel pen. Awesome, awesome job, Donna. I just love how juicy and just realistic all of these vegetables look. Keep up the good work. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe you learned a new technique or idea or two. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. It helps new folks find my channel. Also, if you'd like to subscribe, hit that circle in the center of your screen with my face on it. And if you want to watch more of my coloring tutorials, you can either follow that video link on your screen or visit my channel to pick one of your own. Thank you so much for watching today, guys, and I will see you again tomorrow.